Hey guys, Mike T here with another review for you. This time we're going to be reviewing the movie Godzilla, 2014 version. This is the second attempt by an American company to make a Godzilla movie. The first one was the 1998 Godzilla movie, which most people didn't like. This is a big departure from that film. A lot of people said that the 1998 version was more of like a Jurassic Park type thing. This one you can clearly see the difference. Like in Godzilla itself is about, I think, 350 feet tall, and it's much more of a monster movie than the 1998 version. For most of the movie, you don't actually see Godzilla. They're more pushing the story of the humans, which in a lot of movies that are like Transformers, Ninja Turtles, and stuff like that, people don't really like. But I didn't really mind the story with the humans. Bryan Cranston is one of my favorite actors. He was awesome in the movie for the parts that he was in. Aaron Taylor Johnson, I believe is his name, is the main character who plays Brian's son. I don't remember really like their actual character names, but he was a soldier in, I believe, the Navy. He was in the Navy, and he was one of those bomb patrol guys. I can't remember the actual terminology, but he diffused bombs for a living. Then Godzilla shows up, and in this movie there are two monsters that Godzilla fights. I think they named them Modas or something like that. They're not any monsters that Godzilla fans would know. I do believe that they were just created for this movie. There's a male and a female. The male has wings. It's much smaller than the female. And the female actually digs a nest in Las Vegas after they destroy it, and is about to lay all these eggs. Godzilla shows up and is fighting both of the monsters. And he fights the male version periodically throughout the movie, but the last about 30 to 20 minutes is when the real fighting goes on, because Godzilla fights both of them at the same time, and it's a pretty epic fight, especially for those that have been waiting for a decent Godzilla movie, because I know a lot of people love the Japanese Godzilla movies, but it's a lot different to see a CGI Godzilla fighting CGI monsters compared to a guy in a rubber costume moving around, flopping arms and shit like that. It was really awesome. And then Godzilla does the beam. I believe it. What is it called? The blue beam. You guys know what I'm talking about. For some reason, I'm forgetting what the actual terminology is. But his spikes light up all the way up his back, and then he does that, kills one of the monsters, rips its head off, and then the other monster, he actually does the beam right into the guy's head, makes it implode, and he just carries the head like as a trophy for about a couple seconds, and he just tosses it aside. Then he falls down, and you think he's dead, and in reality he was just like taking a nap. And then the next day comes, and he gets up and goes back into the ocean and just disappears. It was a pretty awesome movie. I gave it about an 8.5 out of 10. A sequel has already been announced and greenlit. So I believe it made almost $100 million in the first opening weekend in the United States. I don't know what it made overseas, but I imagine this movie's about to make a lot of money. I can almost guarantee it. Oh, pardon me. Like I said, this movie was an 8 out of 10. The acting could have been better for the humans. Aaron Taylor Johnson was kind of flat and kind of monotone and stuff like that. The third Olsen sister, can't ever remember her actual name. She was pretty good in the movie for the small parts that she was in the movie. Bryan Cranston, like I said, amazing for the small part that he was in the movie. But since Aaron Taylor Johnson was the main character, I wish he would have been more emotional, because he seemed like he was really flat, very monotone, kind of boring. But I mean, I came to see Godzilla, so I just had to deal with it. The story was good, it just hit him by himself, kinda. It was left more to be desired. But overall, like I said, 8 out of 10, go see it. I kinda want to see it a second time. It's one of those summer blockbusters that this year has been full of. And it's way better than Amazing Spider-Man 2, I'll say that. So much better. But yeah, that's my review. 8 out of 10. Go see it. Peace.